Hello and welcome to another lesson about Bluefort's license and subscription app, which is embedded in Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance and supply chain, otherwise known as finance and operations. In the previous lesson and bonus lesson, we've discussed product entitlements, while in this lesson we shall discuss project hours entitlements. Now, if you might recall, we already had a lesson about the integration between the license and subscription app and the standard Dynamics 365 project management and accounting module, and this lesson can be considered as a follow-up of that. Like we had said in that lesson, I shall reiterate that it is optional to use and integrate the standard Dynamics project management and accounting module in order to use the license and subscription app. So if you need it, you can integrate with it. If you don't need it, it is optional. So let's dive right into the lesson. This is my finance and operations client, and here I'll go to the project management and accounting module projects, all projects. I'll find the project that I've created for this lesson, and that is that one there. And I will go to the work breakdown structure, edit the work breakdown structure, go onto the deployment and drill down into the details. I'll create a transaction type of item for my subscription, and let's assume that I will be doing some support. So let's just say we'll be using this support plan, and the first billing cycle of the support plan will be a monthly cadence from the 1st of September to the end of September. And we'll click OK, and we will publish. Close down this one, go to maintain subscriptions, transfer from work breakdown structure, tick this item and click OK. And now we should have our subscription plan created. So I will drill down to my project, drill down to my customer. In the cell tab of the customer, you can find subscription management, manage subscriptions, and right at the bottom we should find our subscription plan, which is linked to our project. So we now need to unpublish the subscription plan and add some entitlements to it. We click new, we put in a description like sample entitlement, and there we can create entitlement based either on a role, where we will have a list of roles, on activity, where we'll have a list of activities linked to the project, or all. For the sake of simplicity, I will leave it to all. I will give 100 hours worth of entitlement for the subscription plan included, and the frequency is once a month, so 100 hours per month entitlement for project hours for this subscription plan line. I can go ahead and save and close and republish this, and then I can go ahead and run the master process. The master process will generate a project sales order. Because the classification of our subscription plan is project, then the action type will be generate project sales order, and it also generated a firmed action of project hours entitlement. So just like we saw on the product entitlement, these type of entitlement actions, they automatically get firmed. You do not need to firm them manually. So let's firm this one like this. And there we go. Now we have two firmed actions. One is the billing of the project sales order, and one is the entitlement. If we tick the first record, we are not allowed to post this project sales order like the other actions, and this is in line with standard Dynamics 365 logic, where project sales orders have to be invoiced from a project invoice proposal and not directly from outside that module. So let's go back out to our project. Let's first process that subscription within our project. So let's go to manage, project invoice proposals, new invoice proposal. We select our project here, we'll select it, click OK, and then we post the invoice. That's ready. And now if we go back to our customer and our subscription plan, we should see that the action of type project sales order has moved from found. You see, it's no longer here. It moved to the historical tab, and the reason is because we posted the project sales order, which is the correct behavior that we're expecting in this case. But now let's see the entitlements in action. Let's go back out to our project. Let's register some hours via the hour journal. Of course, you could also use the standard Dynamics 365 timesheet entries functionality to register hours from your employee activities. But in this case, for the scope of this lesson, I will just use the fastest way via a journal. So I'll put in there the, let's say, 120 hours. And let's say the sales price is 100 euros per hour. So I can post this journal. Oh yes, we need to give it an activity. This warning is coming from the standard product because the standard product expects an activity, but in our case we selected an entitlement which is applicable to all activities and all roles, so it wouldn't matter in this case which activity it is. So that's posted out now. That's very good. So let's now go again and create another invoice proposal. That's good. We select our project, and there it is. That's our journal with 120. And keep in mind that we only have 100 hours entitlement. So what's going to happen here is that we have a split in the line amount. Okay. Okay, so let's see why we haven't got a price there. Let's cancel out of there. Oh, it seems the sales price here has been cleared. So let's create a new hour journal so that I can show you exactly what's happening, because that's the point of the entitlement, is to create the hour, to zeroize the hours that we are entitled to as a customer. So I've created a new journal, lines, new line, activity, category. Let's again do let's make it 105 hours to differentiate it from the previous one. Let's select the sales price of 100 and post. Okay, so now we have 105 hours at the sales price of 100. Let's go back to our invoice proposal. So let's go to manage. We'll create a new invoice proposal. We'll select again our project, and there it's our new one, quantity 105, unit price 100. Okay, now it's good. We have the split, so 100 is at the zeroized sales price, while the 5 hours are the sales price, have a sales price of 100, because those 5 hours are over and above the default entitlement of our support subscription. So if the hourly allocation is skipped of our support subscription, then we charge at 100 an hour, while the rest is zeroized because it is included in the subscription plan. It is free. So let's post this out. Okay, I've got an error. Alright, so this has to do with dimensions. Some dimensions setup, so we'll have to fix this issue before we can continue. So let's go again to our journal. New lines, new activity as before. We've got our category. Let's put in 105 hours again at 100 sales price. And we have to look at our dimensions. So let's select some random dimensions here. It doesn't really affect the scope of our lesson. Let's repost that part. And let's try to do again another invoice proposal. Selected it. Okay, there's the splitting again. And I think in this case now we should be able to go ahead and post the 100 sales price times 5 quantity, because now we've got the appropriate financial dimensions. Yes, that worked. So now finally we can go back to our plan. Apologies, I clicked out too quickly. So back to our project, back to our account. We manage the subscription there, go to the last subscription. So now we have nothing left in our firmed view, and our entitlement is now fully consumed. So quick recap of this lesson, what we did. So what we did in this lesson was that first we invoiced the recurring fee for our support plan, and we did that by generating a project sales order. However, we did not post the sales order from within the license and subscription app. We posted that project sales order via the project invoice proposal, which is in line with standard Dynamics functionality. After that, we registered some hours in our journal. We had to ensure we had the correct sales prices and financial dimensions, and then we created yet another invoice proposal, this time to charge the customer for the hours that our consultant spent on the project. But since we had 100-hour entitlement, which we set up right here, you see 100 hours, then what happened was that our invoice proposal zeroized the sales price for the 100 hours on the first 100 hours that were registered by our staff, and then the rest, which is the 5 hours that was left, they were invoiced at the normal rate, at the normal sales price. So that summary concludes this lesson about project hours entitlement in Bluefort's license and subscription app. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please stay tuned for more lessons, and if you have questions, do not hesitate to get in touch with us at Bluefort, and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you for your attention, and goodbye.